Peace, what is up? It's Young Metroverse here, checking in back again for another video today. Today I'm going to be talking about trauma and PTSD and what I've learned going through trauma and PTSD, my experience. Trauma is something that a lot of people go through in their lives, but everyone's trauma is unique, and something that happens to one person might not affect them the same way as if that was to happen to the next person. So if two people go through the same trauma, like, it's not always going to be the same reaction. It all depends on how each person was raised and brought up in their own set of unique circumstances. I lost 15 years worth of YouTube videos, 3 accounts, and accounts I was made while I was growing up, and videos I made while I was growing up, some of my best content. I say 15 years, but it was really from ages 13 to 25, so it was like 12 years worth of edits, but I had some older videos on there too, so mainly it was about 15 years worth total. And so after losing all those accounts, to me it was like one of the biggest traumas I've gone through, and I've gone through some serious trauma. I've almost lost my life before, but losing all that emotional investment and how, like, YouTube has always been like my dream to make skate videos on YouTube, and I had that, and I had subscribers, and I had like my channels built up, and I lost all those memories, and it felt like I lived my life through my videos growing up. So to lose those videos feels like I really lost myself, like a big part of myself, because those videos, like, I dedicated my life basically for so many years to those videos. So by losing all those videos, it felt like I lost such a big part of myself. So the first thing I've learned, the first thing that I've noticed about going through trauma and PTSD is that sense of loss of self. Like, I feel so much less like how I used to feel. Like, I feel like my old self is like not even the same person. So that loss of identity feeling and depersonalization, like, it's really a tough thing to go through, and I've noticed that with trauma and PTSD has been a big thing I've gone through. Like, because before I used to be a lot happier, and that felt like that was almost part of my identity, is I just always felt good. And now it's like a completely different identity. Like, when I first made this channel, I used to make videos about upliftment and positivity and how everything happens for a reason and all that, and now I'm like on the complete opposite, where I'm like, well, now I'm talking about trauma and my own issues and like all my problems that I'm going through. And I'm not doing it just to vent about my problems, but I guess it's just out of what I can talk about right now, it just feels like the most real thing for me is just my problems. And I know there's other people who can relate to these things, so that's why I figure putting them out on YouTube, someone might relate to it, and there might be people who say, hey, I'm going through something similar. What's the second thing I've realized about trauma and PTSD? I've realized that it really affects your relationship with others and how you connect with others. Because, for example, when I'm with people now and we're together and we're talking, we're laughing, whatever it is, in that moment, I don't feel like I'm fully in the moment. I feel like I'm caught up thinking about my videos that I lost and everything that comes along with it. Because when I lost my videos, it was like, it felt like those were connected to my hopes and dreams. And it feels like losing the videos closed a lot of doors and changed the actual course of my life about things that I'm gonna do and not gonna do. So when I'm thinking about losing the videos, it's more than just the videos. I'm thinking about all my past and all the pathways that I lost and all the doors that are closed. So I'm constantly going on about that in my head. So when I'm with other people and we're talking, like, it's hard for me to really be present and be there and be in the moment, because I'm so focused on my problems, and I rarely ever laugh anymore. Like, I used to be laughing all the time. I had actually found before that state of mind where I was laughing almost all the time, and it felt so good to be in that happy state of mind, and I really miss that a lot. And that's the third example. What's the third thing I realized about trauma and PTSD? You'll probably think about the old days a lot. I think about the days before the trauma all the time, and how good everything felt and how much better everything felt. So I'm constantly comparing my state now to where I used to be, and it drives me absolutely crazy because things used to feel so much better and now they don't. So you'll probably be thinking about the past a lot, because it's almost like before something really big happens, like, people often think about, like, oh, if I could have just not done that, then this would have all worked out differently. And that's how I feel about me too. I'm like, if I could have just not deleted all those videos, I wouldn't be going through this trauma, and I wouldn't be so focused and sidetracked on it, and I'd probably be happy like I used to be until this happened. So I can really pinpoint the before and after moment of the trauma, and that's why I know this is a big trauma that I'm going through, because there's a before and after moment in my life when everything changed, and it was right when I deleted the videos. things haven't been the same. So it's like that trauma point. The fourth thing I've learned about trauma and PTSD is I haven't been to many therapists. I've only been to one so far. But therapists don't seem like they're that much help. They try to blame it on your brain chemistry and say, oh, yeah, this is just a symptom of depression. And I'm like, well, I feel like this depression is a symptom of my trauma. Like, I don't normally have depression. Like, basically this is more of an emotional thing that's happening for me instead of just a mental thing. It's like I can't get over the trauma of what happened, and I feel like I'm going through PTSD when the therapist wants to just give you simple exercises to not think about it. When it's a deep trauma like that, it's not that easy to just not think about it. So I realize therapists aren't that much help. I know I haven't tried that many. I don't want to be too biased. I'm trying another one soon. But just from my experience so far, the therapist has not been that much help. The fifth thing I've realized is that people care, but not as much as you might think. Like, people might listen to you for a second, but if you like vent too much to people about what you're going through, it pushes almost everyone away. Eventually, like, you'll be so surprised if you start opening up about your trauma to people too much, they will almost always push you away at some point. Some people will be there to hear, but everyone gets tired of it after a while. So I try to be mindful about venting to people, and partially why I want to go on YouTube and make videos about this, because a lot of people just don't want to hear it anymore from me. So I'm like, well, I might as well make YouTube about it and turn it into a positive, because this is the only positive I can see in this whole situation, is that I can make videos and potentially connect to other people going through trauma. It's like, literally, there's nothing else I can see positive about it. But that's the last example. I think the sixth example is that when you're going through a lot of trauma and PTSD, it can be hard to see the bright side of things. I went from being an optimist, where everything I could always see the positive of it, to where I just only see the negative of almost everything now because of how much I lost. It's such a negative in my life that it overrode almost all the positive that I have going on for me. So it can be really hard to focus on the positive when you're going through a lot of trauma. And that's about it. I just wanted to make a quick one on here. I'm trying to make more videos again. I lost all my old YouTube videos, so I have this account that I didn't lose, which is a different account than my other ones. But I figured I'd make videos like this. I made videos in this account before, but they were more about positivity and upliftment. And it just feels fake to me now, because that's not how I am anymore. Like, I'm not that person anymore. So who's always focused on the positive and upliftment. I'm just constantly down, going through this depression and all that. So I figured I'd make videos about this, see if there's anyone I can connect to. That's about it. Yeah, I'm going to make more videos soon, but until then, thank you for watching. It's Metroverse. Have a good one. Peace.